on her. Just gotta find the loop. She's got some beautiful, beautiful hair here. Yeah, you do. Good girl. And on it goes. Good. And rewarding that, of course. So, as now she's leashed to me, I want to make sure we have good manners on the leash. I don't want to let her chew on it or anything like that. So as she does that, say, and give her something she can have. So just keeping her focus on me and not that leash. Sometimes I say put it behind them, out of sight, out of mind. So I'm going to tell her this way. And that just cues in handler focus that we're going to walk in a different direction or that she has to look at me. This way. Good girl. Good. I'm going to walk a little out of frame here just to grab a couple extra treats. And then we'll just continue. So I want her to get accustomed to walking to my left side naturally. So if she goes to the wrong side, I'm just going to take those treats and reposition her with the treats, never the leash. This way. Good girl. This way. When Sasha comes home, you may want to take it to the basics, which means you just hold that treat to your left side as you walk. So it would be like this, Sasha. And I would just let her nibble on that treat, just like as if she was first in the training program. Now she is a little more comfortable, so as you get to the next phase, you would have nice loose leash. This way. Good girl. Good girl. This way. Good. Good girl. Grab that leash. I want her so used to that leash dragging that it doesn't even faze her anymore. This way, you know that it's not the leash directing her, it's her following with you and walking nicely. This way. Good. This way. Good girl. If she came up on my right side, I would just use those treats and move her to the left. So say she was over here, I would take those treats like this and bringing her right back to the left side. Good girl. And matching those with positive marker words, saying yes, good, good girl. This way. This way. Good girl. And she comes right back up on the left side. Sasha tends to walk a step or two behind, which is perfectly fine. I'd much rather that than her being in front of me. If Sasha were walking and she walked out in front of me and the leash went taut, I'd say, easy, let her hit the end of the leash and stop walking. The reason for that is I want Sasha to know if I'm not going there, she's not going without me. And this makes her have handler focus. Waiting for the slack of the leash before continuing walking also lets her know that when that leash is taut, she's not getting anywhere. So the worst thing to do in those situations is to pull her back to your left side. You're actually teaching her to pull harder. It's almost like a game of tug of war. She gets used to that taut tension with her collar, and then you're rewarding it by continuing walking. So instead, what you would do is you would make a noise, cue in that focus, and then change direction if needed. This way. This way. Oh, she found a great treat. Girl. This way. Good. This way. Good girl. Obviously, as you're walking down the street, you're not going to hold your leash this loose. What it typically really will look like is like this. Nice loose leash still, not having it taut. This way. This way. Yes, good. Good girl. Good girl. And always using those positive marker words, lots of praise, treats, keeping it fun. We're going to work with a little distraction here. This is Olive. This way. Good girl. This way. Good girl. This way. So as you see, even with Olive here, Sasha's doing really great. Good girl. Yes, good girl. Hi, Olive, you're a good girl too. This way. So I'm going to grab a couple more treats and we're going to do this a few more passes. The biggest things to remember with leash walking is you just want to keep it positive, and it is like a whole separate command. You're not gonna just put the leash on her and Sasha's gonna know that she has to walk with manners. You're gonna have to re-implement that with her so that she knows that you are gonna make her mind and follow through just as we do here at Lewis Manor. Using noises to cue in that focus. She's a little distracted, that's okay, we're gonna work through it. Off. Good girl, sit. Go ahead, Sasha. Olive wants a treat, Olive can have one too. And then we'll walk this way, Sasha. Good girl. Good. This way. So we use that this way. It cues in that handler focus. It lets her know we're changing direction or that she needs to look at me. This way. Good girl. Good. Sasha. Oh, she dropped her treat. Gonna let her get those crumbs. Good girl. Good. She loves her treats. She's not gonna walk away until she gets every last crumb. Especially because she doesn't want olives to steal it on her, which is very normal. This way. Good girl. Sasha, this way. Good. So as you see, even with another dog here, Sasha's walking really great. This way. I'm gonna try and see if I can trick her. This way. Into going to the wrong side. Nope, she goes right back to the left. This way. Good girl. Good, yes, good. Good. So we're gonna end on a positive note. She just did really great with the leash walking. This video is gonna be really great to refer back to when she comes home so you can continue working on the leash walking. She's walking really great here. You shouldn't have any issues as long as you stay with the set standard type of things we're doing here, like not letting her pull, not letting her walk you, always having slack in the leash, and lots of patience, because if she's pulling and you get frustrated, that frustration goes down the leash. So instead, sitting there waiting for slack, using treats to help keep things positive, and again, not using that leash to reposition, only the treats. So I'm gonna get Sasha's attention. Sasha, she's looking for some freebies. Good, sit, down. Good girl. We're gonna end on a sit. Sasha, sit. We'll do one more down. Good girl. And then one more sit. Without Olive in front of her, of course. This way, Sasha. Sit. She's watching Olive. Good girl. And not repeating that command. Good. Saying it one time only, and having her follow through. She's doing really great. This video, like I said, can be used when she comes home to continue her leash walking. But yeah, so Sasha's doing a really great with all of her commands, including leash walking. Huh, good job. Good job. Good girl. I know. Go.